Running. There is blood, gore, intense violence.
Just want to make sure my audio is okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to another 750-point battle report here at Digital Woods. Switched it up a little bit. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit interesting because both of us kind of felt like running
strange lists.
Yeah, so I'm going to be running 750 points of Imperium.
And I'm going to be running 749 points of Necrons.
And for precise details, we're going to go to our armies. We'll see you in a bit. Woo! Alright, this is going to be my 750 points of the Imperium. It's spread across 3 detachments, 1 from the AdMech, 1 from the Assassins, and 1 from the Imperial Guard. Let's start off with my Supreme Command detachment from the AdMech. It is going to be a Garaya Supreme Command detachment. I do believe I said that incorrectly, but moving on. Leading my army is going to be a Tech Priest Dominus, who has a Volkite Blaster, Macro Stubber, and then the regular axe and rest of war gear he gets for free. He has the Warlord trait, Necro Mechanic, just getting some extra repair bonuses. And he will also have the Relic, the Cerebral Techno Might. And finishing off my Supreme Command detachment, I've got 2 Tech Priest Engine Seers, just running their standard kit of Las Pistol, Axe, and Serval Arms. Jumping into my Assassins, it is a Assassin Special Vanguard detachment, so they don't get the command point benefit for taking them, but they don't need an HQ choice. It's going to be a Caluxus, a Calidus, and a Vindicator Assassin. Just the 3 Assassins that I have and that are painted. Moving on to my last detachment, I have a Patrol detachment of the Guard, Cadian Guard to be precise, mainly because this was going to be led by Knight Commander Pask, an only morose battle tank with a battle cannon, heavy bolter, sponson plasma, and a heavy stubber. For infantry, for troop choice, I've got a infantry squad, pretty much bare bones. It's got a flamer, and the sergeant is got a chainsword. Moving on to my last unit, it's a fast attack choice of a Banewolf. Chem cannon, heavy bolter, and a heavy stubber are the equipment that it has. And that makes up 750 points of Imperium of Man. About 9 units and 7 characters.
Alright, so here's going to be my 749 points of Patrol Detachment Mephrit Necrons. For this, my HQ Warlord is going to be a Cryptech wielding a Staff of Light, which I've upgraded to be a Voltaic Staff with the whole Mephrit flavor. He's also got the Canoptic Cloak with him, and his Warlord trait is going to be Merciless Tyrant. Now on to troops. I've got 1 single group of Immortals, all carrying Tesla carbines, and then there's going to be 6 models in that unit. Next on to fast attack, I've got a single unit of 3 Canoptic Scarabs, just chittering around. For heavy support, I've got 1 Doomsday Arc with its Doomsday Cannon. Next for flyers, I've got my Doom Scythe with its Death Ray and Tesla Destructor, I think. And lastly in my army, I've got a Catan Shard of the Deceiver with his Star God Fist. And his powers of the Catan are going to be Antimatter Meteor and Transdimensional Thunderbolt. And that's my attempt to use every single type of unit in one Necron list.
Okay, and here we are deployed for yet another No Mercy Annihilation game mode. And we are doing the Search and Destroy setup this time around. Pretty straightforward. It's corner v corner. I have 2 of my assassins, the Vindicator and the Caluxus. Not the Vindicator, the Calidus and the Caluxus in the hiding. The rest is on the board, along with all of Mike's stuff.
Yep.
So Mike finished deploying first because he is
6 to your 9.
So he gets +1 to the roll off. Let's see who goes first. +1.
Nope. So 4 to 3.
All right. Try to seize. I do.
Oh.
My stomach was also vocal about that.
So I guess it's on to Imperium turn 1.
Yay. All right. Turn 1 for the Imperium. Decent amount of movement taking place. Advance the Guard got a max roll, so they moved their 12. The Tech Priest moved and advanced, only got 2, so going 8 there. And then my Bane Wolf moved a grand total of 16 inches across the board with an advance. Getting a decent position. So that's it for the movement. On to shooting. Bane Wolf can't actually shoot, so he's going to go ahead and just pop smoke. And I think the next thing to shoot is going to be my assassin shooting your warlord. Hitting on a 2. Successfully hit. Your warlord is an infantry, so he wounds on a 2. Successfully wounded. And that's going to be D3 wounds. For 2. I didn't roll a 6 to wound, which would have been D6 wounds.
Ow.
Alright, next up, Pask is going to fire his battle cannon, just kind of going from the point of his tread all the way across the board into Mike's Annihilation arc over there.
Doomsday, sir.
Doomsday arc, Annihilation. No, Annihilation
Barge, Doomsday arc.
Okay. So he's got 2d6 number of shots coming out of his battle cannon for 11.
Ugh.
Okay, Pask's 11 shots, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because he's Cadian and did not move. So I got 9 hits and need to re-roll the 2. And re-roll those 1s. Okay, so all 11 hit. Strength 8 versus tough of 6, so 3s to wound. For 8 wounds with AP -2.
Alright, and that's going to be 8 5-ups. It's AP -2, but I get basically cover save from being mostly obscured.
Yeah.
So 5-ups.
Looks like you made 3.
Yes, 1, 2, 3.
So that's going to be 5 D3 wounds.
Ugh.
Alright, 5 D3 wounds. Well, 2 3s and 3 1s. I'm going to re-roll one of those. 2 a 2. So 2 3s, a 2, and 2 1s.
Alright, well, quantum shielding. First off, the 2 3s. So I need a 2 or lower. I ignore one of them.
Take 3 from the other.
Take 3 from the other. And then the 1 2 where I need a 1 or lower. No.
So 3 plus 2, 5 plus another 2 1s, so that's 7 damage.
Alright. I think you've halved me.
Okay, and for turn 1, I do believe that is going to be it. Nothing else is in range to fire that didn't advance.
Alrighty then. On to Necrons turn 1. Alright, so movement phase for Necrons turn 1. Didn't move. Had this whole group just move up. Kind of stayed put. And moved these up. And lastly, the Doom Scythe has flown all the way over here. Ready for some good shoots. And at the end of the movement phase, it's then on to Powers of the Catan, with this dude going to be using Antimatter Meteor on your Bane Wolf, which is on a 2-up. It does D3 to the closest enemy unit, which the Bane Wolf is, and if I get a 6, it does D6 mortal wounds. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, a 1. So, I failed to get it off, so I'm going to spend one of my command points.
Well, you succeeded that roll, but I have a Calidus assassin hiding in your ranks. So on a 4
Oh, I forgot about that.
on a 4-up, that costs 2 command points.
Alright, well,
Okay, and reading through the rule, when my opponent uses a stratagem, I roll a dice on a 4-up. It costs him 1 additional command point to do.
Which
And
it does not.
I'm going to spend a command point. It does.
Damn it. Alright, well, I have 1 command point left.
And I've got 3.
Poop. But I do get the power off, and that's going to be D3 mortal wounds to your Bane Wolf. For another 1. Damn it. Alright, well, that was not worth it. And then on to shooting, where I believe I'm going to start with everyone over here. Alright, so as I said, they're going to start shooting the Bane Wolf. All of their shots are going in, as they don't really have any other acceptable targets. So these are going to be hitting on 4s because of his popped smoke makes it 1 harder to hit. And these 6s would be amazing, except he is -1 to hit, so they don't count for extra shots. Alright, so this is going to be wounding on 5s. For 2 possible wounds.
Alright, and that'll be 2 3-up saves because of cover denying his -1. Made both.
Well, that's not good for me. Alright, next up in the shooting phase is going to be the Cryptek firing at the exact same target with 3 shots with his Voltaic Staff. Hitting on 4s for 2 hits. And then wounding on 5s, 6s matter. For 2 just normal hits. AP minus 3, I believe.
Okay. So that'd be effectively AP -2, so 2 5-up saves. Nope.
And both of those do 2 damage.
Okay.
So next up is going to be the Doomsday Arc, firing his Doomsday Cannon in the heavier mode, all the way over at Pask. And he's also going to be firing his 2 Flare Arrays at the Bane Wolf. And I think I will start with the Flare Arrays. So that will be 20 shots, hitting on 4s, because he's hard to hit. And this is probably going to be wounding on 5s. 6 possible wounds.
Alright, 6 3-up saves. Failed 2.
And then next for the Doomsday Cannon, it's going to be a heavy D6 going into Pask. So D6 number of shots for 2. And these will be hitting on 3s for 1 hit. And then wounding on, I believe, 3s as well for strength 10 versus your tough 8. For definitely wounds.
And AP -5.
Yes.
So it's going to go through.
And that'll do D6 damage. For also 6.
Okay. So 6 damage on Pask.
Yes. Alright, so lastly in the shooting phase is going to be the Doom Scythe, firing its 2 Tesla Destructors down into that unit of Guard, and its Death Ray over into Pask. So I'll start with the Guard. 8 shots, hitting on 3s. 6s matter.
Basically gets you back 2 of your 3 misses.
Yep. So essentially 1 miss for that. And then wounding on...
I think it's strength 7, so it's going to be 2s.
Alright, so... And wounding on 2s for these. For 2 failed wounds. So, 5.
Okay, and with AP -1 just for Mephrit, 6-up saves. That's 5 dead from the squad.
Alright. And then for the Death Ray, going into Pask, D3 number of shots for 1. Hitting on a 4 because it's a heavy weapon and I moved. Hit. And then wounding on a 3. Wounds. AP -4.
Yep.
No save, so D3.
D6.
So D6 damage for 3 more
Okay.
on Pask. And then on to charges to declare. I'm gonna make probably a foolish mistake and throw the scarabs in first, charging your Bane Wolf.
The chem cannon.
They are.
Okay. Start off with the 3 shots from the heavy bolter. Nope. 3 shots from the heavy stubber. Nope. And then the D6 from the chem cannon for 5. Wounding on 2s. For 4 wounds with AP -3.
Alright, I'm pretty sure they do not get any kind of save. Let me check. And with his 4 damage in, I have no save, so 1 dies and then 1 has a wound on it. And then do they make it into the about 8-inch charge, maybe? A 6? Probably not. I'll measure it and then probably be disappointed. Alright, so it turns out a 6 actually was just enough. So, huzzah. And then I'm going to be charging in with my Shard of the Deceiver.
Mm-hmm.
So, charging in. A 4. Once again, I'll have to measure that. Alright, so unfortunately 4 is definitely not enough. And I don't think I'm throwing any other kind of charges in, so just let's go to the fight phase with them. Alright, so fighting in with my Canoptic Scarabs. They each have 4 attacks, so 8 attacks going in, hitting on 4s. For 2. That's not great. And then wounding on 5s. For 1. No AP.
3-up save.
And your attack's back.
I'm pretty sure I'm down to just D3. So 3. And hitting on 6s. No.
Okay. And then that is the end of my turn.
I need to do a morale there.
Okay.
They lost 5, so... yeah, I'll spend 1 to do fight on to death, so it's just a D3. So 3. So I lose 1 more.
Okay. In that case, on to Imperium turn 2.
Alright, turn 2 for the Imperium. Pask stayed put. Both of the Dominus and the Engine Seer stayed with him. My Vindicator Assassin didn't move. Guard Squad didn't move because they're all in rapid fire and the Flamer is in range. I'm going to have to do something wonky, so they might be out of line of sight.
Yeah, fair enough.
Advance the Tech Priest over there so he just gets within range to repair that. And at the end of the movement phase, I'm going to do the repair stuff, but the 2 assassins in the back line arrive.
Ah.
So my Caluxus Assassin lands there, and my Calidus is there. I might have those names backwards, but whatever.
Yeah.
The female assassin has a special thing when she arrives in Deep Strike. Instead of the normal 9-inch away, hers is 4 inches plus D3. So the D3. So she has to be 7 inches away.
Okay.
And ending up like so. Turns out I was 6 inches away from everything, so 1 inch further back.
Nice.
Alright, so that's the assassins arriving, so now for the repairs. Repairing the Bane Wolf, D3 for 1, and repairing Pask for D3 for 3. And with that being done, it's on to start shooting. Let's start off with these Guardsmen, seeing if they can cause any damage. So the Guardsmen firing, starting off with the las guns, 6 shots, hitting on 5s because of -1 to hit. It's relatively good. And then wounding on 6s, because I imagine you're at least tough 6.
Yep.
None. D6 number of shots from the Flamer. For 4. Gotta love 8th edition, where a dude with a flamethrower on the ground can hit a flying vehicle. And wounding on 5s, with strength 4. 1 wound.
And that'll be 1 3 up. With 5, I get it.
Okay. Vindicator Assassin sniping your Warlord.
Of course.
Hitting on a 2. Successfully hit. Wounding on a 2. Meh. And I'm going to save my last command point, so.
Alright.
Alright, so that's that. Alright, Pask is going to go ahead and go next. He's going to fire his big cannon across the board once again, and then his 2 plasmas and his heavy bolter into that.
Got it.
Alright, so starting off with the main cannon, 2d6 number of shots for 7, and Pask hitting those 7 shots on 2s, rerolling 1s. All successfully hit. And then wounding on 3s for 5 wounds with AP minus 2. So AP minus 1 because he'll get cover.
5 ups for him. For made 2, failed 2.
2d3 damage. So a 2 and a 3.
Alright, so quantum shielding for the 2. Need a not a 5. Get back up, soldier. And then the quantum shielding for the 3. No.
So it takes 5.
Yes.
The 2d3 plasma, I will supercharge these because he's hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. For 3 shots. It's not particularly great. And hitting on 3s because of -1 to hit. For 2 hits and rerolling the 1. So he takes 1 wound. 1 to a 1. But 2 successful hits and then wounding on 3s. For 2 successful wounds. EP minus 3 from plasmas.
Alright, so that's 2 6-ups. Nope.
And they do 2 damage a pop.
Alright, well he takes 4.
And
Because
then
I don't think he has quantum shielding. That would be ridiculous.
No. And then the heavy bolters. And hitting on 3s because of hard to hit. All hit. And then wounding on 5s because it's only strength 5 for a heavy bolter. 1 hit with AP minus 1.
And 1 4-up. No.
Okay.
So we took a total of 5.
Yes.
Who's next?
Oh. I forgot to mention it, but Pask is going to use his order to make him pop smoke after he shoots.
Okay.
He's low. He's at half, a little bit above, so I need him to,
Stay alive.
yeah. Starting off with my Calidus Assassin, 1 shot from her Neural Shredder going into your Warlord.
I do have a question.
What?
Is he closer?
Both 7 inches.
Fair enough.
Hitting on a 2 on your leader. Successfully hit. And the Neural Shredder doesn't roll to wound, but instead I roll 3d6, and if I get higher than your leadership, it does d3 mortal wounds.
So get higher than a 10.
Well,
That's a 6.
that is in fact a 6. I could re-roll the 1. I would need a 5 or a 6.
Is it worth it, though?
No, I need to get higher then. So I need a
You'd need a 6.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I rolled like poop.
Okay.
Okay, and then my Caluxus Assassin is going to go ahead and try to shoot your specialty dude there.
Alright.
He's got D3 number of shots from his weapon for 2. He's hitting on 2s. Both successfully hit. Alright, I should have shot something else, but since it's tough 7, I'll be wounding on 5s. No wounds. Okay. So that's it for them, and that's it for things to shoot. My Tech Priest there is going to declare a charge against the Scarabs.
I'm in combat and have no shooty gun.
Charging! I got a 5. I don't think a 3 is enough to make it.
No.
3! No. Yeah, well,
You might get within 1 inch.
4 is enough to make it to base, so yeah, 3 is enough.
Yeah,
to
3 is
do it.
enough.
So, So Tech Priest will start off first, pile in to make sure he's in range, and then he's got 2 attacks with his axe. He's going to be hitting on 4s. Both hit. Strength 5 versus tough of, I think, 3.
I think so, yeah.
So 3s to wound. 1 wound. AP minus 2.
No save.
2 damage. So take out the one that had 1 damage.
Yep. Bloop.
Alright, and that's it for him.
Cool. Then
Oh,
you pick another.
sorry. I got over happy. Obviously, I want to
yeah.
launch some charges.
Fair enough.
Yeah, assassin going into the back of your warlord.
Yep.
Cryptek.
So 3 shots from him, hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Do you have any charge hard to hit stuff?
No.
Okay. Wounding on a
3. She's T4.
All right. Wounding on a 3. No. Damn it.
7-inch charge. Rerolling the 1 with my last command point for a 6, which will get within 1 inch.
All right.
7 makes it to base.
Yeah.
Might point out a fair thing. I have to be just outside of 7, so a 7 would be just within 1 inch. So a 6 is just outside of the range. So no. And need a 9-inch charge going into your special thing.
All right. For a 5 and a 5, so a 10 definitely makes it.
Okay.
Here's your dice.
Alright. Well, at least I got one of them in. Alright, it's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. 3 hits. You're not a psyker, so he doesn't get his specialty things. You don't get armor save, but he's going to be wounding on 5s because he's only strength 4. Nope, no damage.
All right. Then that's all of your charge targets. You get to pick one more.
Yes. D3 from that. For 1, hitting on a 6. No.
All right. Starting over here with the Shard of the Deceiver. He's got 4 attacks with his Star God Fist going in, hitting on would-be 3s, but it's 6s because he says so.
Yes.
For 1 hit. All the rest miss. And wounding on 3s. For 1 possible wound.
4 up invul. Nope, of course not.
Alright, and then this does 3 damage. We got the 4 attacks from this guy going into the Engine Seer. So 4 attacks hitting on 4s, I believe. For 3 hits, wounding on 5s. For no wounds. So that should be it for your turn.
Yeah, it is.
On to Necron's turn 2. Alright, so movement phase for Necron's turn 2. Didn't move, kind of just reshuffled. And had my Canoptic, had my Cryptek move over here to provide the living metal buff for next turn. Can't do it this turn. Didn't move, stayed in combat, and flew over to the right, 20 inches, his min move, and is ready to throw out some attacks. After that, at the end of the movement phase, it's on to this guy right here with his Power of the Catan. Power of the Catan, I'm going to be choosing Antimatter Meteor, and it goes to closest, which I would have targeted him anyway. So on a roll of a 2 up, he takes D3 mortal wounds. Let's see what happens. 4, so D3. And D3 mortal wounds for 1. Oh, I was hoping for more, and I have 1 command point left, so I'm going to spend it right here. For 3. He's now technically out of combat. Huzzah. So on to shooting, where I'm going to have all 12 shots from this group go into the other assassin. And she doesn't have any hard to hits, so I will get the 6s on this. 3s, 6s matter. For 5 misses. but with 3 6s, I get
All the way back.
6 more back. So, with now, I think, 13 hits, wounding on...
3's only tough 4.
Okay, wounding on 3s. For 9 possible wounds.
9 4-up invulse. For what looks like, I think, 5 failed. I got no reroll, and I believe that is her dead.
Alright, so next up in shooting is going to be the Doom Scythe firing its Tesla Destructors at the assassin up here, and its Death Ray at the Pask.
Okay.
And for... it can see him through the building and the windows.
Yeah.
So starting with the Tesla Destructors, going into him. 8 shots, hitting on 5s, I believe. Hitting on 5s. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and because he's hard to hit, no Tesla on that. And then wounding on Strength 7 versus
4.
So 3s to wound. For 1, 2, and 3. That was a 4.
3 4-up saves. Failed all.
And it's just 1 damage each.
Yep.
And then for the Death Ray, it's D3 number of shots. For 3. And then hitting on 4s. Because hard to hit. Or not hard to hit, but heavy weapon and moved.
5s, because pop smoke.
5, so because pop smoke, so only 1 hit. And then wounding on 3s. For 1 possible wound.
I got a cover save this time, so I got a 6-up. Of course not.
And D6 damage. For 2. So I'm pretty sure Pask yet lives.
Well, again, he's got 12 or more wounds.
Alright. Then I will move all the way over to here with him shooting next, all the way over at Pask. Alright, so with his high power Doomsday Cannon into Pask, it's D6 number of shots for 2. I have no command points left to reroll that, so hitting on 4s now because he's nope, pop smoke, hitting on 5s. None. And there's no targets in range for him. So that is the end of the shooting phase for me. On to charges to declare. And I'm going to be charging my Shard of the Tan into your Bane Wolf.
Yep.
Trying again. Will he make it? Yes, with a 10. So I'll just plop him right in there. And then throw his 4 attacks in. So, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s for 2 hits, and then wounding on...
4's tough 7 versus strength 7.
So, wounding on 4s. For only 1 possible wound.
And you said it was AP minus like 3 or something like that?
Yep, let me check. And with the Star God Fist having an AP of -4, there is no save for Tom, so it's just 3 damage. Which I'm pretty sure it's still up and about.
Yeah, it's got 10 or more.
Okay. Then the 4 attacks from the little scarabs going into your Tech Priest, or Engine Seer, or whatever he may be.
All of those are correct. It is
All of the above.
It is a Tech Priest Engine Seer.
Fair enough. So 4 attacks hitting on 4s for only 1, and then wounding on 5s for 1 possible wound. No AP, and I think it's just 1 damage.
3-up save on an Engine Seer. Yay.
Alright, and then your attack's back.
Engine Seer is going to attack the Scarab. He's going to use He's going to try his servo arm first, hitting on a 5. Successfully hit. Strength 8 now, so wounding on a 2. Successfully wounded. EP minus, I think, 2, so no save and 3 damage.
And that should be the rest of it. So, pop.
Yay. And then 1 attack, because it's going to be at that low, hitting on a 6.
Alright. And then that should be it for my turn 2. On to Tom's turn 3.
Turn 3 for the Imperium. Fell back like an inch and a half, because he can't really move that far, and want to keep him close to the attack priest anyway. Guard squad walk through the door. And everything else stay put.
Yep.
Alright, that's pretty straightforward. On to shooting. Before I start shooting, I need to do repairs. D3 back to Pask for 3. And D3 back to the Banewolf for 1. Alright, and the first thing to start shooting this turn is going to be Pask. Battle Cannon is going to go into Mike's Doomsday Arc, hopefully to finish it. And he's going to put the rest of the shots into the Flyer.
Huh, alright.
Alright, starting off with the Battle Cannon, 2d6 number of shots. Okay, so you might be able to hear it in the background, might not. We're in the process of moving, so there might be some bangs, boobs, strange sounds
In the background, so.
Hopefully that isn't too bad, but where we left off, Pask fired 10 shots, getting 2 5s onto Mike's Ghost Arc. And he's going to be hitting on 2s.
And by Ghost Arc, he means Doomsday Arc.
I do, in fact. And I get to reroll 1s because Cadian stayed put. Okay, so he got 9 hits. And wounding on 3s. For 4 wounds.
Alright, and I think I had AP -1.
Effectively. -2, but you have cover.
Okay, so that will be for 5-ups, I believe.
Correct.
For 2.
Okay, and these do D3 a pop. For 2 and 2.
Alright, well, I'm probably going to need the quantum shielding for this one. No, both go through, and I think that might be it.
I think you're at 2 wounds remaining, because you got 10, right? No.
You're at a total of 4.
Yeah, you're at 10 right now, with 4 more damage.
That's
Yes.
14.
That's precisely.
Does it explode? No.
Okay. 2d3 number of shots from his plasma cannons going up into your Doom Scythe, and I will supercharge once again. For both hit.
At a less jaunty angle.
Oh, sorry. That was a 3 and a 1, so I've got 4 shots. Alright. So 4 shots, hitting on 2s. I'm sorry, 3s, rerolling 1s. Because they're hard to hit. All hit. And then wounding on 3s. For 1 wound, AP -3.
I'm pretty sure it's just 1 6-up. No.
Alright, and that just does 2.
Okay.
And then the heavy bolter, 3 shots hitting on 3s, because they're hard to hit. Rerolling 1s because of Cadian. For 2 hits. And wounding on 5s. 1 wound, AP -1.
1 4 up. No. That's just 1 more?
Yep, just 1 more.
Alright.
Okay, I don't know.
Have you shot with him yet?
No, I have not. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot your Cryptek. Maybe I'll get a good shot. He's hitting on a 2. Wounding on a 2. Wounds, AP -3, D3 damage. for 1, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Yeah, I should just start shooting immortals, I guess, with him. Kill one immortal
A turn.
Okay. Last couple of units to fire. The guardsman squad right there are going to fire 3 lasgun shots into the immortals. We got really nothing better to shoot at. So 3 shots, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. And then wounding on 5s. Nothing. And lastly, the one tech priest right there is going to fire his last pistol at the immortals. 1 shot hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 5. Yeah!
1, 3 up. Yes.
Okay. I got no charges to declare, so that's going to be the end of my turn 3.
Alrighty then. On to Necron's turn 3. Alright, so movement for turn 3 Necrons. Start over here. I had the Deceiver just kind of shift his 8 inches over, just in case that happens to go away. I had my Flyer just kind of fly over this way, because it has to move. And it's had my Immortals kind of shift into a better range, so they all get half range for the tank. And my Cryptek now no longer having anything to heal. I can speak. Just shifted back over to get some shots in as well. So at the end of movement phase, on to Powers of the Catan, where... Yeah, I'm just going to go with Antimatter Meteor again on the Bane Wolf. So, once again, on a 2-up, it does D3. On a 6-up, does D6. Boop. I think I've rolled a 4 for that every single time. So, D3 damage for 1.
Okay.
Takes 1 mortal wound. For shooting, I'm going to start with the Immortals, where I've got 12 shots of theirs going into... Actually, no, never mind. I'm going to start with the Doom Scythe, with its Death Ray into the tank, and its Tesla Destructors. One, that's a character, so I can't target that, both into the Guard Squad over here.
Alright.
So I'll start with the Tesla Destructors. That's 8 shots going into them. So hitting on 3s for 5 hits. Oop. That was 2 Tesla as well. Almost forgot about that. So that's 4 more additional hits for 9. And then wounding on 3s. Because you're tough 4, right? Or tough 3?
For guardsmen?
Yeah, tough 3, right?
Yeah.
Wounding on 2s.
Yes.
For all but 1 wound.
How many is that?
8.
So that's going to be 8 4-ups, because they're in cover. Which... Yay, I made 2 out of 8 on 4-ups. Alright, well that squad's dead.
Alright. And then for the Death Ray from the Death Croissant into the Bane Wolf, that's going to be a D3 number of shots for 1. And because it's heavy, this is going to be hitting on a 4. And nothing. So then next is going to be the Cryptek with its 3 shots going into the tank as well, hitting on 3s for 2, and then wounding on, should be 6 versus whatever you are, so wounding on 5s for 2 possible wounds. Alright, and with both of those 6s, I actually do 2 mortal wounds to the tank, which I believe blows it up.
On a 6, doesn't explode. No.
And then lastly, I'm going to have, I guess, all of my Immortals fire at your Engine Seer. Alright, and we measured it out for the Immortals. I've got these 3 that are actually in the half range, so I'll be rolling them separately as they have AP -1. And I'll be starting with those. So, 6 shots, hitting on 3s. 6s matter. For 1 6 and 1 miss. And a river dance upstairs. So for the AP, -1, I'll just roll these now. And then this will be wounding on, I actually don't know his toughness.
4.
4. And wounding on 3s with these. For 4 possible wounds at AP -1.
4 3-up saves. He takes 1.
Okay. And then the 6 normal ones. So hitting on 3s. No 6s and only 1 hit. So wounding on 3s as well. 4 did hit, or did possible wound.
2-up save.
Alright. And that should be it for shooting. I am going to be declaring a charge with my Catan into your engine seer.
And his last pistol hitting on a 6. No.
Does he make it in with, pretty sure it's a 6-inch plus 2 inches, so relatively a long ball, 8-inch charge.
It's probably not that bad, but sure, we'll figure out.
I don't think a 5 makes it.
5 will not make
no,
it.
That I'm not even going to measure that. Does not make it. So, oh well for that. And that is the end of Necron's turn 3. On to Imperium turn 4.
Okay, turn 4 for the Imperium. Tech Priest moving towards that group. Necrons aren't particularly great in melee, so if he can tie them up, I'll deal with them. Moved Pask forward 4 inches, and move my Domina through the building. Getting ready, and the Tech Priest stayed in contact, so can repair D3 on Pask. For 1. Okay, and of course stayed put with my Vindicator up here.
Alright.
Alright, so on to shooting. Alright, I've been ignoring this for pretty much all the games so far because it really hasn't mattered, but because my Tech Priests are actually going to like shoot at stuff relatively good and possibly charge, I'm going to actually roll for Canonical. Reroll Morale. Woo! Alright, starting off with the Vindicator, trying once again to take out the Cryptech. 1 shot hitting on a 2. Okay, wounding on a 2. Alright. Alright, up next, the Tech Priest Dominus is going to go ahead and fire at the Catan Shard. Got 3 shots hitting on 4s because he moved, or she moved, and it gets reroll once. Oh, they all hit. And then wounding on 5s because it's only strength 6. For 1. No AP, so you're 4 up.
Alright, and 1 4-up. For a 2, so no.
1 damage. Ah! Okay, next up, Pask is going to fire everything into the Deceiver shard there.
Alright.
So, 2d6 number of shots because he moved under half movement. 9 shots. 9 shots, hitting on 2s because he ignores the penalty for moving and firing his heavy weapon, but he won't get the rerolling 1s because from Cadia. So, 2 misses. And then strength 8 versus tough of 7, so 3s to wound. 3 wounds.
And 3 4-up invols. For 1.
2d3 damage. For 5 damage.
Alright, and he doesn't have any kind of quantum shielding, so he just takes it.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, he is just an 8 wound model.
Okay. So then I'm going to fire the plasmas. I'm not going to supercharge them. So 2d3 number of shots. for 4, and these are going to be hitting on 3s. 2 successful hits, and then wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
And 1 4 up. Made it.
Alright. 2d3 shots from his heavy... Well, not 2d3. 3 shots from his heavy bolter, hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
And still the 1 4 up. No.
1 hero shot, las pistol into the deceiver. Hitting on a 3. Wounding on a 6. No.
Okay.
Alright, that's it for shooting. Charges to declare. My tech priest will charge the group of immortals.
Alrighty then. And for Overwatch, I've got 12 shots going in, all hitting on 6s. For 1, which, because Tesla, means 3.
It's 7th edition, where it wouldn't have counted.
And wounding on 3s as well. For 2.
Alright, 2 4-up saves. Made 1, failed 1.
Alright.
Charge distance. A 4.
You made it.
Yeah, I think that's enough. Tech priest swinging in. 2 attacks with his axe, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s, because strength 5. 1 wound with AP -2.
Alright. So that's 1 5 up. Made it. Alright, so my attack's back. I get 6 attacks, because fists, and hitting on 3s. For 2. And then wounding on 4s. For 1.
1 3-up save. Made it.
Alright. So that is the end of your turn 4.
Yep.
On to Necron's turn 4. Alright, so Necron's movement for turn 4. I had my Catan Shard of the Deceiver just move up its full 8 inches, ready to throw some powers over in that direction. I had my Immortals disengage. My Cryptek just stayed put, and the Doom Scythe shifted over this way, still maintaining its flyingness. So, on to Powers of the Catan, where, once again, Antimatter Meteor, closest unit, which I actually have to measure between Pask and the Dominus. And after checking distance, it is Pask being the closer model. So, on a D6, on a 2, we get D3 mortal wounds, and on a 6, D6 mortal wounds. So, once again, it's a 4, so D3 mortal wounds for 3. Bringing him back up to 7 wounds taken. And then on to shooting phase, where with nothing else to shoot, I'm going to have the Cryptek shoot at the Mechanicus, hitting on 3s, 2 hits, and then wounding on 3s for these 6s matter, for 2 possible wounds.
Okay. And AP,
AP minus
4?
It would be 4 at this point.
Well, he's dead. He's only got 4 wounds.
Alright. Basically, the last thing I'm doing in my turn, I'm going to have my Catan Shard of the Deceiver charge Pask. Because, why not? Doesn't have living metal or any way to retrieve or gain back wounds, so might as well see if I can get one last use out of him.
D6 number of shots from the battle cannon for 4. Hitting on 6s. 1. Wounding on a 3. Nope. 2d3 shots from his plasma. I will supercharge for 4. Hitting on 6s. No, but he also doesn't take any damage. And 3 shots from the heavy bolter. Nope. And something I've been forgetting it has. He's got a heavy stubber. Woo!
Ah.
1 hit.
Okay.
And on a 5.
And then it's a 10-inch charge, so does he make it long ball? 8, so no. And I've got no command points to spend. So, that is the end of Necron's turn 4.
Alright, turn 5 for the Imperium. No reason to move anything, so straight into the repairing of Pask. For 1. I'm going to start off with my Dominus. Oh, hold on. Mechanical. 5. +1 strength.
Alright.
Going to start shooting with my Dominus into your shard there. 3 shots, hitting on 3s because it didn't move, and re-rolling 1s. So, 2 hits, and then wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
1 4-up invul. Made it.
Okay, Sniper's going to shoot him. Hitting on a 2. Hit, wound on a 5. Wound.
I can't take invuls. Does he have AP?
-3. So that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. He is the dead.
Pask is going to go next because it's the last thing that can shoot. Battle Cannon into your Doom Scythe, and then everything else into the Immortals.
Alright.
So, Battle Cannon, 2d6 number of shots for 6. Hitting on 3s because of hard to hit. Rerolling 1s because of didn't need it. And then wounding on 3s. All wound.
Alright.
EP
many was that?
EP -2 for 6.
Alright, so that's going to be 6 5-ups. For... I made 2.
Alright, that's 4d3 damage. 4. 2, 4. Okay. So, 4, 8 damage.
Ugh. Pretty sure it does not have quantum shielding. So I think it just takes it. Alright, and with 8 more wounds on his already 5, he pops. So, does he explode? No.
Alright, up next, 2d3 shots from the plasma. Not supercharging it, because it's only going to be killing things with 1 wound anyway. For a total of 6 shots.
Ugh.
6 shots, hitting on 2s because it did not move. Rerolling 1s. All successfully hit. Strength 7 versus tough of 4, so 3s to wound. And AP -3 on plasma.
Okay. So that's going to be 6 6-ups. For the unit wiped.
Alright. And even though...
And at that point, GG.
Nope.
Nope.
Because that's 3. That brings me up 5 to your 6. Game ends, you win. Goes to your turn, you move 12 behind the Bastion. I can't get to you in 2 turns. You win.
Oh.
I literally couldn't win.
Oh.
I was just going to go as far as I could, because in 2 turns, I might be able to make it into Line Breaker and tie, but I won't be able to kill your dude.
Ah.
So, I'm technically losing.
Okay.
On a 1 or 2, the game or 1 or 2, the game ends. Game continues. It only really matters for Pass because he's the fastest model I have.
Can he get there, and does he get wounds back so he can move faster?
Well, he's at his top bracket.
He's at his top bracket?
Yes.
Okay.
His movement is 10, so technically 20 plus 2d6 advancements for 6 extra inches. Am I within 26 inches of your deployment to tie the game?
Let's find out. Here, let's do the all the way across.
No.
I think you just get to it.
No.
Oh, wait. No, we're corner to corner.
That's right, going this way. And
You might.
no, because the center is right there.
Oh, yeah.
9-inch bubble. Yeah, no.
Okay.
So I would just be shy of making it. That'd be my only way to tie.
Okay, so that is Necron victory with just the Cryptek remaining.
Yeah.
Alright, well, hope you enjoyed this very back and forth battle round, and
Have a good one.